Fatima, Guadalupe, and Medjugorje, places made famous by the apparitions of the Blessed Mother Mary. Millions of devotees visit these shrines each year, seeking Mary's powerful intercession and to obtain her favors. Of all the Marian shrines around the world, Lourdes is perhaps the most famous, attracting millions of devotees, especially the sick and the troubled that go there seeking a miracle. But of late, a relatively unknown little village in India has become known as the Lourdes of the East. The place is Velankani, and this is the story of Our Lady of Velankani, also known as Our Lady of Good Health.
This is Velankani, a small town on the southeast coast of India, on the shores of the Bay of Bengal. It is situated about 200 miles south of the city of Chennai. This quiet little town of less than 1,000 residents wakes up each day to host several thousand pilgrims from all across India, who come here to pay homage to the Blessed Mother Mary in this magnificent basilica of the Shrine of Our Lady of Good Health, Velankani. Most are not Catholic, or even Christian for that matter. They are either Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, or followers of one of India's many religious groups.
In Velankani, more non-Catholics come over here and receive favors.
And this is quite evident in the way they pay tribute to the Blessed Mother. They bring gifts of flowers, coconuts, palms, and fruit. Many dress in saffron-colored clothes. Some shave their heads as a symbolic gesture of sacrifice and humility.
Offering the coconut palms, or breaking the coconut shell and offering it, or shaving the head and bringing other garlands and other things to offer, along with the candles, lighting the candles. All these expressions are the manifestation of their love for our Blessed Mother.
All religious, communal, and caste differences are set aside here, and everyone joins as one in their adoration and devotion to the Blessed Mother.
So here we see people, not only Catholics, but of all other religions, come and accept Mary as the Mother of Jesus Christ, and at the same time their own Heavenly Mother. They have that deep tenderness and affection towards her, that they come in big crowd and show their honor to her. This is the place where we find all as one family. So the mother's love and affection is expressed among all people of different faiths here. And there is a harmony and the unicity of the nation also is manifested here. It's not only the supernatural aspect, but also the human level. And also we forget that the spiritual miracles that take place in this holy shrine, so many people suffering with the various difficulties of life are able to overcome their difficulties after they are coming here. Their money problems, mental problems, and also their religious life problem. All these problems are solved because of their visit and their faith and expectation. And their prayer makes them all right in the future. So many come for confession, and there is a renewal in their spiritual life. That is the main aspect that we consider. That's why we want to stress on that religious aspect of renovation. Whoever may be, they have to be good in the heart as well as in their dealing with other people. So we give priority to spirituality.
Throughout the day, there is an endless procession of devotees making their way up to the altar to stand briefly in front of this statue of the Blessed Mother Mary and to say a silent prayer of gratitude or to pray for a cure for their illness or that of a loved one. Many childless couples come here to petition for the gift of conception. This is no ordinary statue. Dressed in a gold sari and decorated with gold jewelry, the faithful believe that those who beseech the Blessed Mother here in front of this statue and ask for a favor are rarely disappointed.
I see most of the people come with great love and at the same time expectation to obtain favors. Besides the spiritual expectation of renovation of their life, there is expectation of being cured in case of disease. That's why she is called Arogya Mata. And therefore when they come and ask for some cure, they obtain that cure. And there are so many witnesses. I every day meet the people and they bring all the facts in their own life. For example, for many years, say 7, 8, 9 years, no child. After praying to our Blessed Mother, they get within no time and then they bring that favor and the child they bring and thank our Blessed Mother. And incurable diseases abandoned by the doctors, and when they pray to Our Lady with a deep faith, they obtain that favor, they are cured, and the doctors also show their surprise that they come here and show their respect and deep gratitude to her. So there are so many incidents like that.
For over 450 years, the sick and troubled from all across India have been coming here seeking a miracle.
And feeling that when we approach Our Lady of Health Velankani, they are sure and they are confident and their faith is strong that they will get what they want through the intercession of Mary Mother.
This Muslim man approached our camera crew to relate his story.
Hello, my name is Mohammed Qasim.
Hello, my name is Mohammed Qasim. I'm a Muslim, but for the last 7 years, I have been coming to Velankani to pray to Mother. My eldest son standing next to me was diagnosed with tuberculosis. But Mother cured him completely without any tablets or medicines. She does not care if a person is a Hindu, Muslim or Christian. She cares for everyone. I'm a Muslim by birth, but I have been coming to Velankani for 7 years to pray to Mother. Ever since my son has been cured, I have more faith in Mother and I pray to her every day.
Stories like this are quite commonplace here in Velankani. The church receives hundreds of testimonials from people all over the world regarding the favors they have received or miracles they have experienced. Some of them are displayed here in the Shrine Museum. They range from simple handwritten notes and photographs to elaborate ornaments and objects that depict the miracle they have experienced.
See, when they pray for their cure. The cure may be attached to the hand or leg or any member of the body. For example, the heart. When the surgery is necessitated, the doctor wants to make an operation, they pray to our Blessed Mother. And they find that operation is not necessary in the second examination and scan. So this is the favor they obtain. So they bring a kind of heart symbolizing this favor received, and it may be in gold or in silver. So that's exposed in the museum.
Over 8 million pilgrims make the trip to Velankani each year, making it one of the most visited Marian shrines in the world. And despite its 450-year history, It's still one of the best kept secrets in the Catholic world outside India. So when and how did this love and devotion to the Blessed Mother Mary begin here in Velankani? According to a long-held tradition, devotion to the Lady of Velankani began in the mid-16th century and is attributed to 3 miracles. The first was the apparition of Mary with infant Jesus to a young boy delivering milk. The second, an apparition to a lame boy selling buttermilk by the roadside. And third, the rescue of a ship full of Portuguese sailors caught in a violent hurricane in the Bay of Bengal. The first apparition was in the early 16th century, when Velankani was just a small fishing village of a few dozen residents. Each day, the fishermen of Velankani would cast off early in the morning and return later in the day, their boats overflowing with the day's catch. The women and children, meanwhile, would work in the nearby fields or tend cattle and sheep. Each day, they would carry the fish, produce, and dairy products a few miles to Nagapattinam, a town of wealthy merchants and Portuguese traders. On their journey, they would pass a small pond of fresh water near a huge banyan tree. Sometimes they would stop here for a few minutes to drink the cool water from the pond, or to rest under the shady banyan tree before resuming their errands. During this time, there was a young boy who worked as a milk delivery boy to help support his poor family. Each morning, he would pick up a pot of milk from a local farmer and would go door to door delivering the milk. Sometimes during his rounds, he would stop at the pond to get a drink of fresh, cool water and rest for a short while under the banyan tree before resuming his errands. On one particular day, as he was going about his errands, the boy began to feel very tired and very thirsty. When he reached the pond, he set the pot of milk under the tree and quenched his thirst with the cool water. He then lay down under the shady banyan tree to rest for a few moments before resuming his errands. As he lay there resting, he was suddenly bathed in a brilliant light, and a beautiful woman with an infant in her arms stood before him. The lady asked the boy if he could spare a little milk for her child, as the child was hungry. Without hesitation, the boy handed the pot of milk to the lady. Taking the pot of milk from the boy, she gave it to her child. After feeding the child, the lady handed the pot back to the boy and thanked him. But before the boy could speak, the lady and infant had vanished. The boy's astonishment soon turned to fear as he realized that not only was he late with the delivery, but he didn't have any milk to deliver either, as the pot was now empty. The child had finished every drop of milk in the pot. The boy knew that his master would be very angry, as he depended on this pot of milk to feed his little baby and make buttermilk and yogurt for their meals. Nevertheless, the boy decided that it was best to go to his master's house and offer an explanation as to why he was late and why there was no milk in the pot. When he arrived at the house, he told his master about the beautiful lady and the infant who drank up all the milk. But the master was very angry. But as he was about to berate the boy, the pot suddenly began to overflow with milk. The master and boy were startled to see the empty pot now overflowing with milk. The master then realized that the boy was telling the truth and that the lady he saw must have been a divine person. He asked the boy to take him to the spot where the apparition took place. The boy led him to the banyan tree by the small pond, and they both said a prayer to the divine mysterious lady. But this was no mystery to the Catholics living nearby. They knew that this was an apparition of Blessed Mother Mary, with the infant Jesus in her arms. They too visited the tree by the pond to pray to the Blessed Mother. Some of them began to experience miraculous cures after visiting the small pond and praying to the Blessed Mother. They began referring to her as the Lady of Good Health, and the pond came to be known as Our Lady's Tank. Today, a chapel has been erected